The early 1700s. The Caribbean Sea was a lawless world where fortune and death sailed side by side. Empires fought for colonies, treasure fleets crossed the ocean, and pirates waited. Among them was a man who helped build the pirate capital of the world, trained one of history's most infamous pirates, and later hunted the very men he once sailed beside. His name was Benjamin Hornigold. This is the story of the pirate who started the Golden Age and helped bring it to an end. In 1713, a major war came to an end. The War of the Spanish Succession had lasted more than a decade. During the war, thousands of sailors worked as privateers. Government-approved pirates allowed to attack enemy ships. But when peace arrived, those sailors suddenly had no jobs. Many returned home. Others refused to give up the freedom and riches they had discovered at sea. So they kept doing the only thing they knew. They became pirates. One of them was Benjamin Hornigold. Little is known about his early life, but by the early 1710s he had already become a skilled captain. He sailed the Caribbean, attacking ships and gathering loyal followers, but Hornigold needed a base, and he found the perfect one. Hornigold made his headquarters in Nassau. At the time, Nassau was nearly abandoned by the British government. There was no real law, no strong navy, no governor. To pirates, it was paradise. Ships from across the Atlantic arrived carrying stolen goods, gold, and rum. Soon, Nassau became known as the Pirate Republic. Hornigold quickly rose to power among the pirate captains. He commanded multiple ships and dozens of sailors. But there was something unusual about him. Unlike most pirates, Hornigold refused to attack English ships. He still believed he was loyal to England, and that strange loyalty would eventually lead to his downfall. Among Hornigold's crew was a young sailor who would soon become the most feared pirate in history. His name was Edward Teach. History would remember him as Blackbeard. Teach learned the pirate trade under Hornigold: navigation, ship combat, psychological intimidation. Hornigold saw his potential and eventually gave him command of a captured vessel. This was a common pirate tradition. A captain would train a promising crew member and then let him lead his own crew. But in this case, the student would become far more famous than the teacher. Blackbeard would go on to command massive ships, blockade cities, and terrify the Atlantic world. But his pirate career started under Benjamin Hornigold. By 1717, Hornigold's leadership was being questioned. His refusal to attack English ships frustrated the crew. To pirates, treasure was treasure. It didn't matter which flag it sailed under. One day the crew spotted a rich merchant vessel. It was an easy target, but the ship was English. Hornigold refused to attack. The crew had enough. Pirates operated differently from normal ships. Captains were often elected, and they could be removed by vote. That night the crew held a meeting. They voted. Hornigold lost command of his own ship. Instead of killing him, the pirates simply removed him and chose a new captain. It was the end of Hornigold's pirate career, but not the end of his story. In 1717, the British government decided it had a serious problem. Pirates were controlling huge parts of the Caribbean. Trade was being destroyed. So the king made a bold move. King George I issued a royal pardon known as the Act of Grace. Any pirate who surrendered would receive full forgiveness. No trial, no execution. Benjamin Hornigold accepted the offer. But he didn't just retire. He switched sides. Completely. The new governor of the Bahamas, Woodes Rogers, arrived in Nassau determined to destroy the pirate republic. And he needed someone who understood pirates. Hornigold was the perfect man. The former pirate captain now sailed under the British flag. His mission? Track down and capture the very pirates he once sailed with. He knew their hiding places, their tactics, their escape routes. One by one, pirate crews were hunted down. The golden age of piracy was beginning to collapse. In 19, Hornigold set sail again, this time chasing pirates near the coast of Mexico. But the sea can be cruel even to those who know it best. His ship struck a reef during a storm. The vessel was destroyed. Most of the crew were lost. Benjamin Hornigold disappeared beneath the waves. Today, Hornigold is not as famous as the pirates who came after him. But his influence shaped the entire golden age of piracy. He built Nassau's pirate republic. He trained Blackbeard, and he helped destroy the pirate empire he once ruled. Few men in history have stood on both sides of the same war. Pirate and pirate hunter.